What's up, Maniacs? Today we're here with
David Bias.
David Bias. David Bias is a really cool individual who has a story that he would love to share with all of us. As a seed, we have to go through dirt to grow. So, David Bias, what are some of the dirt that you've been through?
Um, so I grew up in Austin. I grew till like 2011. I moved to Fort Worth. Right. I moved here. Big change in my life. I grew up in, like I said, Austin, and I never really been outside of there, or Round Rock, I should say. And when I got here, changed schools. Was went to a private school. I was at a public school in Austin. Things were a little bit different, right? So around sixth or seventh grade, um, I just started. I started to go through a lot of health problems, and two, I started to experience like anxiety and depression. Um, One things that caused that is at that school, my grade was really bad. We had a teacher there for that was, I think, missed 3 years at the time of the school being open, and he was there for 60 something years. And he said we were the worst grade he's ever taught.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And so I guess I was the nice kid, so I was the one that got picked on. And at the time I was going through a lot of health problems. I was getting diagnosed with a bunch of chronic illnesses. I really didn't know how to handle it. So in Austin, I was really big into sports. I did a lot of sports. I was always playing flag football or whatever, right? Basketball. And when I got here, it was for whatever reason my sports performance went down. I wasn't fitting in at school, and because of that, I started to get really bullied. I don't know why, but like I said, probably because I was a nice kid. Um, yeah, I was. There was a point in seventh, eighth grade, ninth grade, I was getting told to kill myself every day. Now I tell people that, but it's like I don't ever think like before that I was ever thought I would do that. But once you start to hear it almost every day, it becomes like, oh man, maybe I should, consider this or do that. And at the same time, like I said, I was going through health problems. So I started I think my resting heart rate was 120 beats per minute.
Wow.
That's, if for people that don't know, that's like walking or running. My resting heart rate now is 70. So big difference. Um, so I ended up getting really bullied. I got to a really dark place in my life, and I found wrestling or jujitsu, right? Martial arts, and kind of devoted my life to that. But I was getting overwhelmed by the bullies, and my parents decided to put me in a group therapy home. So I went there, or is it inpatient, outpatient? You know what the two differences are? I always forget. One of them, I was going there from my house. I wasn't the one that you stay there. I think that's outpatient, right?
Maybe.
I don't know, but so I went there. I was just telling him I'm not going to tell the exact stories, but I realized that my life wasn't so bad, right? I mean, I was getting ruthlessly bullied every day, but I mean, who cares? Like, I wasn't getting abused or something like that. I was like, oh man, maybe something more I should be thankful for. Is just like, man, these kids are just telling me words and they're not beating me up, right? So I got out of that, became a lot healthier, and I really started to use my values of hard work and that I learned through wrestling and martial arts and discipline and all this sort of stuff. And slowly but surely, I made my way back to where I am right now. At, at that time, I think I got to like 250, right? So like I'm 200 pounds now. So I lost. I say more than 50 pounds because you probably gained back a lot of muscle, but yeah, I'm just cruising. Right now, I devote everything to my life to martial arts and jujitsu, because that's what saved me. It's just the work ethic, the values it instills in me. Um, it is so important to me. So every day I coach kids, all the way from 4 or 5, all the way up to adults. And I just hope to be that outlet for somebody that needs it. That's why when you asked me to do the interview, I said yes. Everybody needs to work on their mental health, and I think the best way to do it is through physical exercise.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
Whenever you were going through your bullying stage, and you said like no one ever physically attacked you, right? But it
I
was
mean,
very-
there was a few times, but I feel like I got. I mean, it wasn't that big. It was more verbal and like texts, and yeah.
those are still things
Yeah.
that will affect a human who is
Yeah.
at a young age and they're just trying to fit in, and someone telling them that really does it hurts the soul.
Yeah.
So what would you say the best thing that helped you throughout that time? You said the therapy, the group therapy.
Okay, so I'll say this: I went to the group therapy, and the people in my group, 90% of them are repeat offenders. And this is a tip for all of y'all: if you really want help, you have to want help.
Yeah.
If you go in there and you take the opportunity to like, why am I here? This doesn't work anyways. You have like the wrong mindset. You have to go in there wanting to change, and your body has to want to change, right? Because if you go in there wanting to, a lot of people say they want to change, but they really don't.
Yeah.
And that I feel like that really having an open-ended mind in that group therapy session really helped me. Yeah.
Did you ever hit a point with, I know everyone's telling you to kill yourself. Did you ever hit a point where you were on the edge of the world in the sense of you had like either written a letter, started giving things away, or just went to that point of, you know what, I think I am going to do it? Any attempts?
I have never had an attempt. Now it was more of the concern of I got really dark. Like I just got really dark. Like where I wasn't doing anything. Like I wouldn't go to school, like just everything. And I think that worried our close circle, and they intervened and got me the help I needed. Yeah.
Awesome. That's awesome to have.
Yeah, like I mean I definitely had thoughts, but I never like I always thought like I was always called weak, and I was like the weakest thing you could do is to kill yourself. So that's kind of what stopped me from doing it.
That's actually really awesome to say that, because especially knowing you nowadays, when I see you, I really think of jiu-jitsu, and like, dude can kick anyone's ass, like he's a great guy, honestly. So after the therapy and after this, whenever you come out of school and you're basically like, you've grown so much from the past, whenever you look back and you reflect on the ideas of the past, what do you say to yourself that I guess keeps you going nowadays?
I think it's probably not the best answer, but so I told the kids that bullied me that this was my dream. Like I was like, I'm gonna be a fighter, right? And then they're like, laughed and they're like, what do you mean? Like you're not gonna do that? What am I doing now? I get paid to fight. Like it's almost out of spite, or what's that?
Yeah.
But they told me I couldn't do it, and now I'm doing it. Yeah, so now I love what I do. You know what I mean?
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's really awesome. What would you say to someone who's currently going through bullying right now at that young age, and they're right now they probably just stumbled across this video, but like today they probably had someone say kill themselves?
Find something that makes you you. For me, it was martial arts. For you, it might be running. For you, it might be art. For somebody else, it might be theater. I don't know, something. Music. There we go. That's a cliche one. Weightlifting. I don't know, something. I'm looking at a weightlifting thing over there. But just if I ever have a kid, I always think about it like this. I don't want to force my kid into jiu-jitsu because I see a lot of coaches do that. I just want to make sure they're doing something. And whatever they do, they need to do to their best abilities. And I think I think if you live life by that, that's kind of your like coping mechanism, something that you'll learn in therapy. But uh, to me, coping is doing martial arts. It's oddly enough punching people in the face, but I'm a nice guy, but it's like, I don't know, it's the greatest test to me of skill. It's something I love to do. Just find something you love to do. Maybe get some help if you need it. Talk. Oh, be open. We were talking about this before. Um, when I was in my darkest, I wouldn't tell anybody what was happening. I was really sheltered. I just go to my room, lock the door, play video games for hours, skip school, play video games, like all this. That was kind of my outlet at the time. I forgot to mention that. But just be open. I'm probably a little too open now. Like I can't. My friends are like, I can't tell you any secrets. It's like, oh yeah, I mean, I told myself like I'd be open. Like
Right.
it kind of gets the weight off your chest if
Right.
you just talk about it. But be careful who you talk to. Just find your circle and
Very true.
yeah.
So even after all of the dirt that you went through to grow, why do you think life is beautiful?
That's a good question. Um, in reality, like you can do whatever you want to do. I somehow have maneuvered myself into a way that I chose passion over what like price maybe like money, and now one door opened to another, and now I have a full-time salary, and it allows me to do what I love.
Right.
So
That's really awesome, man.
yes, I don't know how I walked into that, but yeah. So just chase what you love and don't ever give up. You can do whatever you want to do if you put your mind to it and work your ass off.
That's awesome. Do you have any last words that you want to say to anyone right now that's watching this?
I believe in you.
That's amazing.
Go get some help if you need it, and hit me up. I'll let him tag me.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
We'll throw it right here.
Yeah. Or come to Silverback. I don't care. I'm here every day. I love to help people out. That's kind of why I coach. Is I don't want to give back to what I was worried about, or what helped me.
Well, David, thank you so much for your time, dog.
No problem.
This is really awesome. And guys, if you're ever going through anything, and just never be afraid to ask for help and reach out to the people around you. And even if you feel like there's no one there is that suicide hotline of 988. And I promise you, there's always someone out there that cares about you. And if you feel like you don't, we care about you. So
yeah, that is true. I didn't think anybody cared about me, and I think I had 3-4 people call somebody to get me help.
That's amazing.
Like close, like what was that? 16, like 16-year-olds, man. Like who does that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Grateful assholes, but 16-year-olds called whatever.
There's always
Get
people
out.
out there
Get out.
that love you. Well,
Or find people that do. Everybody's unique.
Well, maniacs, always remember that when life sucks, smile.